Filling up my hard drives full of goodness. As long as you know how to swim.
Betwixt the raising of the undying emperor and the great planar war that shook the heavens, there was an age of contradiction, where cannons won kingdoms and muskets kept the peace. A brave few won the hearts of the conquered and conquerors alike. Of these we speak of the decline of the great kingdoms and cultures under the heel of empire. Of those we speak of gladiators and the untold thousands that worshipped them. This was an age of glory, where kings would be slaves and a gladiator would be king.
Hot mics. Greetings and welcome to Die Dragon
bigger
Die.
than the other number? Yes, that one wins.
Basically, yeah, that's the way it goes.
Greetings.
Yeah.
And I assume if you actually survive and beat one of them, you don't get much out of it.
Hey, greetings, motherfuckers.
You get XP. Like I've beaten guys that are 2 levels higher, and that was significant.
They're still having the pregame chat, apparently. Alright, greetings and welcome to Die Dragon Die presents Dread and Circus Campaign Season 2, Episode 12.
Oh, we're streaming.
Hot mics. It's like we've never done this before.
Oh shit, hey Lucas, hey randomly. What's going on, guys?
We're in here bitching about different video games.
Okay. Alright.
Video game bitching.
Oh yeah, we got everybody here. Well, not everybody.
All the warriors.
All the warriors,
Everyone's
all the
here.
stream monsters.
Sure, we'll
Full
see
house,
Magnus
baby.
sometime
Exactly.
soon.
Let us.
We just need a couple of twins. Weird.
There's another square over there. There's nothing in there. What's supposed to be in that square,
or
Maggie?
really foul-mouthed, what's his name?
The little guy that Arnold Schwarzenegger kills like 4 times in the 80s. 5 times. Every movie he's in, Arnold Schwarzenegger kills him. Even once Arnold Schwarzenegger's not in, just shows up and... Little guy.
Anyways.
Warriors, come out to play!
My
That
brain
guy.
is still waking up. So, episode 12, season 2. I'm your DM and host, Marty, joined by Ahmed, Adam, and Mark. Did I get your names right? Okay, good.
Yeah, you didn't have to point to faces, so, you know.
How is everyone doing? I haven't talked to you in like 2 days.
So much has happened. Oh my god. I woke up, I slept, I woke up again. Oh my god.
I did the same thing.
My body is coming.
My
to terms-
temple!
is coming to terms with you're on vacation now. So we're still in the de-stress mode, and we've got some like personal goals in play, and that includes this bowl of fucking carrots. Hey, carrot.
Hey, language.
Are you having pooping problems, Adam? Is that?
Nah, the poops are good. The poops are kings.
Awesome.
Just
Hey guys, so what else is going on, guys?
So glad I'm
He's
running
doing
today's
good,
game,
Marty?
and so glad
Yeah.
everyone showed up for
God
this
damn it.
conversation.
Yep, that's important.
at least they missed the first conversation.
Well, you know, I tried to buy that box of chocolate chip cookies that turned out to be the raisin oatmeal cookies, so I guess I'm pretty regular too, if you really want to know. They're like, oh, had 2 of these.
Look at that. It does
Wow,
work.
okay.
I threw out those.
Fires like cannons. Interesting.
All right, let's get on with this shitty adventure. All right, so last game.
The Fecomancer is here.
Just trying to segue. Imagine having to ride a Segway while needing to go to the washroom. That would be the worst.
Just clenching.
That's a proper segue. All right. Last game on Thursday was called Elephantastic. The Conclave Gladiators face monsters from the stables of the Beast Tamers. Fleas faces a duo of gargoyles. Zed, Zargon, and Sona face the Megaphant. And the son of the magistrate is proclaimed editor of the games. Isram the Black pays Phineas a visit. A multi-armed tiefling gladiator and mercenary named Kryxes, aka Scarab, arrives in Vaddapol. And Magnus and Ashoka take him to the pit fights to assess his ability. I think that's everything that's significant that went on. I know you had a chat with the commissioner, but that's kind of like was precipitated by Isram paying a visit to Phineas, I guess.
Yeah.
I can't fucking believe the elephant is alive. Exactly. Make
I know, yeah.
Make your fortitude save. It was like 20. So.
Roll the 20.
It's alive.
The fates decided. Well, actually, it isn't fate. It is random, but afterwards we can perceive it as the fate. Anyways, it's weird. We were going to leave off. We're going to continue with the Conclave Masters and Gladiators, as they are still a little bit behind in the timeline compared to where the traveling dreadful circus is. And I'll show you the spreadsheets, because spreadsheets are awesome. If you don't have a spreadsheet for your D&D game, get a spreadsheet.
Not a D&D game.
You don't even know what problem you're solving yet. Spreadsheets. That is so wrong. That hurts my engineer heart to say. But all right. So we haven't quite finished. Oh yeah, look at it. Keeps track for you. We haven't quite finished week 29. We still need to roll the random encounter. There is one more diplomacy encounter that I think you guys wanted to have. You were going to go and meet with Sindara.
I was like, no, I don't want to do it. I'm too tired.
Right. And then you need to plan out your next week. And if we scroll down a little bit, you can see where the Circus of Dread, which is this cluster over here, they're already finishing up week 33. They're halfway through their travel to Belheim, as well as there's some fights that are scheduled atop the waterfalls at Terrazleen, or Citadel by the Lake. So we've got at least 4 weeks that we need to play. Oh, look at that. Sid, unbeknownst to everyone, will be returning at the end of the 4 weeks
Just
as
grew
well.
a toe. Oh, he's back. Oh.
And this long line of stuff that's planned is all Phineas' crafting. He's just for days got things planned. Okay, so why don't we go to Vaddapol, and who are you taking to the retreat? Looked like Zed was going.
Zed was going to act as an enforcer?
Okay, are you taking Kryxes, the new guy, with you?
No. Because I don't know where his loyalties lie. Like, hey, Kryxes, why don't you come join us? I'll pay you a lot more money.
Okay.
Oh, no, she's sexier than I am.
The average peasant is sexier than you are.
Sorry, Mark.
Oh, there's Chimagast. He was hanging out with the, There's 2 of them! The doppelgangers are taking over. Yeah, we just stick this guy back at his Tower of... Not the Tower of the Sage. Order of Divine Light. No, where are the monks? Tower of Completation.
They're north of us, aren't they?
Monks are north.
Yep. Alright, so we've got Sindara and Kane. And a bunch of goblins. So they're going to be there. Oops, too many. need somebody you don't know. His name is Nicodemus. Dread and Circus, where are the tokens that I need? I put them in Vaddapol, Gladiators, and People. No, I put them in People, not Gladiators. Where's Nicodemus?
Gladiators aren't people.
Okay, and do you remember the name of the little kid gladiator that you lost the
Quickling.
the bid for? The little gnome child Quickling.
I don't remember its name. No.
Okay.
Didn't we have a list? Didn't we have a list of what was being? The name has to be there somewhere.
I think I just put Quickling.
Crap.
Okay.
Well, now I'm glad I'm not going because that thing's awful.
These were. If I type in Quickling, I bet I find it.
It seems like a lot of people for a friendly meeting in the neutral territory.
Yep. On the market.
Starting to feel like a Kryxes situation.
Her name is Voxy Prim. Let me see if I created a token for her or not.
Which are we going to a specific place, Marty?
Out and play.
Yeah, a specific
Yeah, the retreat. It's in the south.
And this game will mimic the Warriors.
Okay, we're staying on the map.
Where the
Okay,
Conclave masters have to try to get back to their Conclave before the other ludists kill them in the streets.
Or the rival gangs kill them in the streets. Exactly. Zed turns into a little bird and flies the fuck away real fast.
I don't have a little Quickling murderous kid. I could probably spend half an hour searching for something appropriate. We'll just.
Who doesn't have that image?
Dennis the Menace with a
Just
color
back.
filter on it.
You know what we're gonna use? We're gonna use the vampire child from what is it called? Interview with the Vampire?
A 10-year-old Kirsten Dunst.
With vampire teeth. Come on.
With vampire teeth.
It's all her looking innocent. Where's her vampire teeth? That's kind of vampire-y. All right.
Holy jeez. Yeah. You're regretting not taking Gracchus now?
Yes, I do.
Go send for Gracchus.
Regrets. I've had a few. But then again,
Yeah, I mean, if Mama Bugbear, if the people who were there last time are the same strength that they were last time, and we've gotten stronger and they didn't, then yeah. But I can't
However, if they've
imagine it's a
leveled with
monster
us.
fight. Although I'm going to say that this is a very interesting negotiating position that they've chosen to accommodate, and we're going to need to have words with the proprietors of this establishment for allowing this to be the case.
okay.
Showing up with 50 hit die dudes.
Hey, they're paying customers.
We can eat through that, buddy. We can do it! Kill the entire Ludus!
Let's see. I guess Vargo Rai the Thief will act as the bouncer while Evander is away. You paying? You get stopped at the door.
What?
Have you ever been here before?
No.
Okay. You're a gladiator, right? You got jink, you got money.
I'm Magnus.
Oh, I don't watch the fights.
I'm the Lannister for one of the looters here.
Ah, you're a Lannister. You must be new then, because I don't see you at the card game.
Yeah, we weren't invited. Nobody likes you when you win too much.
Oh, Magnus. Oh, I know you are. Come on in.
God damn it.
We haven't met, but people have talked about you.
Come on, Zed.
Weapon check counter active?
Yep. Weapons. You see this bored-looking elven woman. She's kind of got like a gothic crop haircut and tattoos. She's kind of like filing one of her nails, and her nails are really long and really elaborately painted, and there's like a bit of magic swirling around on them.
It puts a big ass great axe on the counter.
She looks at it like she looks up at you. Really, you carry this around?
Magnus drops 3 great swords.
And then Magnus, clang, clang, clang. You knew you were coming here, right?
Yeah, so?
She's carefully trying to pick up the weapons without touching her nails to the weapons, and it's sort of awkward. She's just go.
I want my tokens.
She
gives us tokens for this shit?
Yeah, she gives us each of you a token, and
acting as a bodyguard, which is what Zed is supposed to be doing. Do any of the
No,
people who look like threats in the room have weapons?
Anybody here have weapons?
Okay, so you see Mama Bloodbear and Kane of Groomsh sitting at a table, enjoying a drink. Mama Bloodbear is like chuckling, and Kane looks really pouty. You see a roped-off area where there is a really large dollhouse. The dollhouse has like handles coming out of it, and the sorry goblins around the dollhouse have all kind of like stepped away from the dollhouse, and you notice that one of them has got a fucked up nose. A couple of them have their eyes gouged out, and a lot of them are missing like digits on their fingers.
To carry the dollhouse, don't they?
They are dressed up in like little tuxedos, which show signs of like being like cut. And there's an actual sign, like a roped up section with the felt ropes, and there's a sign that says "Stay back." You notice that there are some people up at the bar. They seem to be regulars. Wow, there's a priest of the Five-Faced God in here. He looks really tipsy.
Oh, Philip?
Yep. Really rotund priest in very simple robes, enjoying a beer. There's a vapid-faced half-elf bartender that just sort of smiles at you and then goes about his business. And you see that there's a half-orc server that is serving drinks to Sindara, as well as this really elaborately dressed wizard. He looks like an orc, maybe a half-orc. He's got a strange monocle. You've never seen him before. He has a really weird sense of style. High red collar, some weird designs on it that you don't recognize.
Okay, I'm keeping my eyes out for... Well, there's a lot of goblinoids in this room.
Yeah, yeah. There are other patrons, although the place seems kind of slow. There are not a lot of people playing at the games of chance.
So Zed, I'm gonna have a quick chat with her about going on here. Yeah, we would have had this on the way over. I was gonna talk to her about the things that have been going on with the goblins and joining the games when they're not invited to. I'm not gonna set up any fights with her yet. I'm gonna set that up with other ludi.
All right.
Twyla gives you the tokens. You notice that she puts, instead of moving the great axe and the 3 great swords, she leaves them on the table and just ties these little tabs around them that have the same symbol, the same elvish symbol that is on your token on the tabs.
Zed is not overly concerned about getting his masterwork great axe back. He'd like it for sentimental reasons, but I don't think he's ever swung it.
Hiya, cuties. Would you like a seat? This scantily clad half-orc lady serving drinks, very friendly, comes up to the two of you as you are obviously like walking in and sort of looking around and have never been here. There's all sorts of games of chance, a strange wheel, some card tables. It looks like dwarven squares are played over on a square table. Always a square table, never round.
Yeah.
It's like dwarven stacking mahjong kind of.
What is
with
this
cubes?
Sindara
It's
doing?
always square. It's always square.
Always square.
What is Sindara doing? Just chatting with him?
Sindara is sitting at a table with him, and they seem to be chatting. They're
disintegrate.
They're sitting deep within sort of a rounded booth table, and they look like they've been situated there for a bit of time. It doesn't look like he just stopped by and they're having a chat. It looks like he's with her.
Okay. No, I think I'm gonna join some of the patrons here already. Come on, Zed.
Suit yourself, sweetie. Just give me a holler if you need something.
Yeah, just 2 drinks for me and Zed here.
Two of you look like fish out of water. She kind of gives Magnus a bump, like a friendly bump. She smiles at that. Any particular drink you would like?
Good Corsican drink.
Corsic. I think we've got some grog.
Nothing better.
Anything strong enough to burn.
Grog's strong enough to burn. 2 pints of grog for the gladiators, she says, and she apparently knows who you are, and
Pint of something strong enough to burn. Hoo yeah!
there are these elaborate bone mugs that are quickly being filled with a liquid that has got kind of not steam but mist coming off of it as it's being poured from
Burning
a
the cup. Drink it quick, bitches.
Are you waiting for your drinks, or are you approaching Sindara first?
No, we'll go to Sindara.
You do notice Kane stand up, and then Mama Bloodbear kind of just waves him down, and he sits back down like he was reacting to Magnus arriving.
Kane does not have a weapon on him.
Kane has no visible weapon on him. Give me a perception check.
All right. Go, gadget. Guy who's supposed to keep
I'm
somebody from
fine.
getting murdered.
Whoever threw it's gonna eat it.
29?
He might have something tucked in underneath his breastplate. His breastplate is kind of sticking out a little bit far.
He's probably got a dagger or something in there.
Yep.
Okay. If it's not bigger than a dagger, that's all right.
Mama
Human
Bloodbear,
bane.
she's supposed to be dead. Of course, you did get a message from Damien. I don't know if that message got spread from Ashoka around to all the masters.
Didn't we? No, we saw Mama Bloodbear. She was with the 3 ogres, or trolls, sorry,
Saw her
in
in
the
the
blood
veins.
veins.
Oh yeah, you also saw in the blood veins.
So I saw her there, yeah. So yeah, let's walk in. Do you mind? Can we have a seat? Mind if we join you?
What are people getting butthurt about?
People are talking about fair use, those sorts of things.
Fair use?
Just... Nobody's butthurt.
These pictures, I'm cool. So okay. Cool. Okay, cool. Mind if we join you?
Yeah. So all of our tokens are game pieces. They are not the original art pieces. So we can chat offline about that. I think the art is it's actually pretty good. Is the bar that we use for the art that we use. We're also a really tiny channel that doesn't make any money, so have at it. Yep. No, I didn't think you were complaining, but yeah, we can show you how token tool works if we want to go through that rigmarole. So I'm going to open up token tool, which is a rptools.net tool, and that should be on here. I like using a previous version because it loads quicker. So I'm using 1.0b28, and this is how in your own home game you can make a tool or a token for map tools, which could also be used on Roll20.net. So I'm going to make a token tool of my own face. So I'm going to choose a border, and I'm going to screen capture, and what you don't see is the screen capture window opening, and I'm going to drag it around, and I try to put it over my face. Oop. Let's try this again. I gotta move my face.
Put the camera, then ready to click.
Oh, I lost it. I've got dual monitors, and it lost the prompt.
Yeah, no, the token tool can only grab from the monitor which the instance is created. At least in the version I use.
Okay, it is grabbing from. All right, so Whoa! Look at that. There's me blinking a bunch. We could regrab. There we go. There's my Punim, and then we can make the thing bigger. We'll save the token to the desktop. Martyr. And then we can close that up. And then somewhere wherever you saved it should be the token. And I'm going to drag it into Map Tools. Holy shit, he's a character in the game. That is so meta and weird. Alright. But yeah. Now that's a good token. Exactly.
Yeah,
so now it is a game piece on the game board, which does use other pieces of
it
art.
feels very transformative.
Yes, it is. We have
I'm
transformed.
so confused. So, Marty, I'm going to spring attack this Marty.
He wins. He makes every roll, has infinite AC. He's so awesome.
No. That's bullshit.
There's the god of gods sitting there having a drink. Is this your GM watching your GM real time?
Make me stronger. Come on, guy.
It's like Inception DM. Hey guys, how's it going? I would love to be in my own D&D worlds. Of course, I would be useless in those D&D worlds. I'd be some sort of like low level expert bard, maybe.
You're not going to pull a Gygax, make yourself like the Mage of Mages.
Well, of course you would, right? Of course you would populate your world if you're creating it with past characters. Okay, so that was a tutorial on how to turn an image into a game token. All right. Cool. We haven't done that in a while. Thanks for the request, Kenny. I'm right on the same page as you are. So, Magnus does walk up to the table, and you see this strange orc and Sindara sitting down at the table. Oh, Magnus, so nice of you to join.
Yeah, isn't it?
I don't believe I invited him.
I did. It's free bar.
She doesn't argue with you. Oh.
Zed just looks grumpy.
He just looks like he doesn't. That's him smiling in that picture.
Much.
He's having a good day right there.
Oh, I'm so rude. This is a Nicodemus. He's from the Empire of Ruak.
Hello there.
Hello, Nicodemus.
Is this the one you told me about?
Oh yes, this is Magnus. He is a gladiator and part Lannister of the Conclave of Crimson Scale.
Oh my.
All good things, I assume, yeah?
What a wonderful frame and body. So fit. His dinar must be very clean. Very interesting.
Thank you.
Knowledge. The fuck is a dinar? I got history, nature, religion.
I'm not even rolling.
Geography. A dinar could be like his basement. So
Give me a knowledge nature. The DC is 50.
Orcish word for plumhole.
26, natural 20.
Okay.
It's a skill check. So.
It might be he might be talking about Magnus's bloodline.
Except for that little spot on his neck. You should have that checked out.
Oh, yeah,
Talking about my scar?
That
My,
doesn't, that doesn't look so good.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's talking about my. It's on my bicep, isn't it? My barbarian.
No, he's not talking about that at all.
Oh, I have a spot on my neck.
You have a suspicious mole you should have checked out, is what he's saying.
You never noticed it. You don't know.
Oh, all right.
That's like Red Dead Redemption.
Thanks.
Zed's noticed it. It's kind of like on the back of his neck. It's been there for as long as you've known him. It's like a gray patch of
scale, like touched from a like a stone thing that regenerates you.
Yeah.
That we never looked at what
knowledge.
it does.
I don't have anything. Heal on his bump.
Heal, sure.
What's his icky thing? Natural 1. Perfect. 12.
Magnus
it's an icky thing. You
It's
got an ugly spot.
It's a scar, probably, from one of the many fights that he's had.
Magnus is like, over here, you mean?
Yeah, you actually touch and it's kind of like you might have a rash or something there. It's the first
I
time
haven't
you've really
noticed
noticed it. Like, how often would you notice like a little bit of a spot of a rash kind of at the back of your neck? Much less mirrors in this world than in a normal place, like a modern place.
I'll have a look at it.
You should. I could also look at it for you. Yes.
We have our own medicine, man. Thank you.
The things I could do with him, he's like a blank canvas. If ever you wanted to, have an extra arm or augment some of your physical attributes.
He's looking. You don't like the way he's looking at you.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Thanks for the invitation. This is Zed.
Zed, huh?
He seems almost bored with Zed, although his eyes flick. Give me a sense motive.
That's the motives. This is why you bring
Zed's
him
dead,
along.
baby.
Another one. 21-1. 17.
17.
Hey, what's wrong with you over here?
I don't know. He's not overly warm towards you.
That's fine.
Please, Magnus, sit down. You notice that she doesn't invite Zed to sit down.
You're not a follower of Grooms?
He's talking to you.
No, you're looking at the camera, Marty, and that's both of us.
I am not a follower of Grooms. I was in a past life.
He can sit down as well. Very rare that I find a half-orc or an orc worth talking to. Perhaps this one has evolved somewhat. Please, there is room.
Suit yourself.
Settle. Have a seat.
Magnus, it's been a long time. We've never met like this. A girl might, get tired of waiting.
Yeah. Yeah, we never went on a date. Yeah, that's true. My apologies. I've been a little busy.
Oh, yes, running your little ludus of yours and raising that little red dragon.
Isn't he wonderful and fantastic?
Yes. So, it looks like you brought your little red thing out of hiding, and it's now acting like a gladiator. Are you thinking that you're going to have him win the Summer Games?
Oh, you mean Zagan? Yeah, who knows? Maybe.
Well, you can win it twice, but that would mean one of your other gladiators would stand in the final games. Are you prepared to fight your own gladiators?
Yeah, we'll see about that. So, one thing we need to clear before we start talking about other things. We've had an incident, couple of incidents I want to talk to you about.
Oh. He's so grumpy.
I think you know what I'm referring to.
Really, I don't.
The goblins in the last fight, they tried to kill Sona. They weren't the ones that were contracted.
Sweetie. I thought that little bat thing would be spying for you. Yes, we're called the House of the Civilized Gobleen, but I've moved on to other monsters.
Your trolls that attacked my gladiators.
Oh, yes, trolls are notoriously bloodthirsty and unruly. Those ones weren't properly trained yet.
And the explosion that happened while I was fighting the knights.
You don't seem to be missing any bits.
Sindara, are you not responsible for the monsters that you have in your ludus?
Well, that's the thing, hun. I've had to clear out my caves to make room for all sorts of nasty things. You should really stop by there one day.
No, you don't want me to do that.
The goblins, well, I've had to release a lot of them. In fact, I only have room for 30, 40 goblins in the house. And only the best get to stay there. If the goblins take it upon themselves to, well, act like goblins.
Even if Cain had told him to do it himself.
Really? You believe goblins? You're being such a poor winner, Magnus.
Actually, no, I'm quite wealthy now. So, this has
pretty good.
that has to stop, Sindara. I'm not gonna take any actions, but that has to stop.
Kill goblins
or I
that are not
will-
part of my ludus. I don't
Or
care.
I will take actions. They were the 5 that attacked Sona were part of your ludus.
No, they were not. They were hired independently by Chebagast. If Chebagast has a poor eye for talent and loyalty, and she looks at Zed.
Zed just stares back.
Is that same look? This is me smiling.
Then I don't see how I'm to blame. In fact, I could be seen as giving the city a service. Goblins around these parts have been, well, a plague. It's not like we're a bunch of lake dwellers who think that goblins should be subjects.
Magnus doesn't get that reference. Yeah, whatever. I wanted to stop. However you deal with it. I don't want it to be an issue.
Fine. My 30 or 40 gladiators won't try to kill you unless you're in the ring. The other goblins in the city, she shrugs, they're not part of my ludus. Although many of them want to be.
Magnus smiles. Well played, then. So, You invited me. Speak.
Well, yes, I guess somebody had to, well, break the ice.
We've been on very bad terms.
Little upstarts coming in here and making a mess of everything, killing gladiators left and right.
Well, I got a merciful sword now. Come on.
Zed does
I'm
not
very
laugh.
considerate.
Zed tries not to show that that was that was a humorous statement.
Tell that to the monks.
Yeah, he's not with us anymore. He doesn't represent our ludus.
Yeah,
He was under the count.
where is your Damien? Perhaps you don't have a good eye for loyalty as well.
No, that's why he's not here anymore. He's gone. He went to the army. He's doing something for the army.
He's playing Sword Swallower with a bunch of traveling gladiators.
What is he? He looks at Zed. He's doing like circus stuff. I don't get it. Why would he do that? I thought he was
It's a
wealthy.
reference to entertaining.
All right. So, anyways, yeah. So he's not with us anymore. Don't look at me for that. You're not part of the monk Luda anyway. So what do you care?
Well, I care because the old grumpy monk hasn't been betting as much at our normal games.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah?
Oh, you mean your card games?
Well, sometimes we do play squares.
Ah, I see.
You might have a head for it.
What's the skill for that?
Profession gambling.
Zed assures you do not have a hand for that. No matter what the
I'm
game
pretty
is,
sure I
doesn't matter
don't.
what the game is, unless you actually have to pick up the square and throw it.
I was gonna say the only squares I ever played with were about this big and I had to throw them very far. Yeah.
Nah. I wanted to talk to you about a few other things.
I'm all ears. Let's start with a new slate here. New season, well, kind of almost done, but hey.
Your grogs come over, and then, like, a drink that seems to be made out of a hollowed, prickly kind of fruit shell with an umbrella gets put in front of Sindara. Several
Magnus,
glasses of different components get put in front of Nicodemus, who then takes one of the glasses and starts adding things from his own bottles plus the alcohol into a bubbling fizzy thing that changes colors several times, and then it sits in front of him frothing, and he's just looking at it.
Zed's gonna light his drink on fire and put it out and drink it, or drink it like start sipping. But
Yeah, Magnus will take a sip.
Okay, yeah, it's strong. It's pretty gross. It's
Have to
wrong.
do any poison check or anything like that?
No, nobody's poisoned it, and it came directly from the server to you. So.
So, what is it?
Well, I wanted to see if you and your little gladiators wanted to fight some of my scary trolls, she says.
Ooh.
Gracchus does.
I heard that
Yeah.
there was already a altercation between the gladiators and your trolls.
Yeah, and this has made the trolls very angry. You should have killed all three of them, not let one of them escape and come back and tell all sorts of troll stories to the others.
Well, my gladiators were defending themselves. If they wanted to kill them, they would have, but that's not the point. They're defending
Why don't we
themselves.
all profit off of all this? I will send my weakest trolls against your gladiators and give Zed, Sona, Fleas, and Zargon their last fight for the season.
Zed, Sona, please. I'm sorry, I thought they... Let me just check.
We all need a fight. And I would love to beat the shit out of some trolls.
Zed, Sona, Fleece. We have Brog already set up, and Zargon needs a fight. Sure, yeah. Why don't we do that? How many of your trolls?
How many can you kill?
We're gonna do fights. We're gonna have non-lethal fights.
No, you're just gonna kill the trolls I don't need anymore. They eat a lot.
Zed is going to look to Magnus. This is acceptable. Like, agrees with killing the trolls.
Do you have a fight for me and Zagon?
No, I have a
Something
fight
so-
just for you, Magnus.
Just for me.
Yes, our troll champion.
You troll champion. Look, here's the thing. I've had enough of fighting things that I've never seen before. You saw Goldtooth. He was not something funny out of nowhere.
Oh yes, none of us even
very
realized that fight was scheduled. That was rather unwise of you. You could
Yeah,
have been
that was
hurt in
very-
there.
When is his next fight?
Oh, he's been fighting in other pits around the city.
I'd like to see him fight.
He has been he has been rated legendary. But we always know that if we have an even match against Magnus the Heroic, he always punches above his grade.
Yeah, he's much higher than I am.
So you're scared.
That's not gonna work on me, Sindara. He's like, not again. And
You could bring your fiery sword if you want, if that makes you feel better.
I'd like to bring Zagon. I think Zagon would have a good time with him. Me and Zagon? Or perhaps me and one of my other gladiators. He's new.
You have a new gladiator?
Yeah.
She's like all ears.
What do you say?
What's the rating of your new gladiator?
Did we officially rate him?
He has a record, so yes, he's rated.
What is his rating?
He's either heroic or one below.
He's not on our list.
Yeah, he's
an eight.
heroic.
He's heroic.
Yeah, he's also heroic.
Two heroes.
You can add more.
Magnus, might I have a word?
No armor.
No.
You can bring whatever weapons you want.
No, I don't think so. One moment here. Let me confer with my Zed.
She shrugs and begins sipping from her drink.
Yeah, what's up?
You cannot fight alone with Zargon.
Why not?
It is against the deal.
Which deal?
The deal that I made with you.
Oh, you always to fight with.
Zed's got to keep in mind, Magnus was a drooling idiot at the time.
This is true, but if...
When? What deal? What? When deal? When was this?
It would have been what, like a month back? 2 fights ago?
He was. This is the 25th week. We're in the 29th week. So like 20 days ago.
I actually do not
3
remember
weeks,
this.
3 weeks
at
ago.
all. At all.
I don't even know if you're at the table.
Huh?
Pay attention.
I don't remember. I don't remember this at all. But was I here or not? I don't.
I'm pretty sure I've got like you were present for part of the game at that
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
So, what exactly is the issue with me fighting alongside him, not with you? How am I supposed to get his trust and respect?
You do not have enough of his trust now.
Yeah, a fight is an excellent way to gain it.
It's also an excellent way to get killed. I will not leave his fate in your hands. Also,
You also have to remember
killing
that
the trolls is socially acceptable. Zargon wants to kill. Because he was denied the opportunity when it was required by the laws of man.
then we give him a fight with a bunch of trolls. You
Yes.
and him. Why don't I throw him in a fight with you? You, Zagon, Zed. You, Zagon, Sona, and... what the fuck was the last guy?
Fleas.
and fleas. Sounds good.
4 trolls.
There'll be more than that. Probably 6 or something.
It would be unwise to fight the other troll unarmored. At least not with, what's his name? Kryxes. Not with Kryxes. Kryxes appears bonded with his armor.
Marty, what do I know about Kryxes' armor? Because if he says unarmored, like, do I know he can take his armor off or not?
You have not talked with him about his capabilities. You saw that he wore his armor into the pits.
He didn't take his cod piece off to take a shit. That's how he is with his armor.
In the last few days, has he taken his armor off at all? Let's put it that way.
I don't know. Does Scarab have endurance, Mark?
He doesn't have endurance, no.
Okay, so you've seen him without his armor on.
I have seen him without armor.
He still has 4 arms, though.
Yeah, it's not magical armor that's giving the extra arms. Well, that would be cool. The decision is yours. The decision for your fight and his is between you and him.
Okay. Yes, Sindara. Let's confirm our match with Zed, Fleece, Zargon, and Sona.
Well, no, the victory that I'm handing you comes at a price, and the price is you're going to face my champion.
I need to speak with my other gladiator.
I don't care about your other gladiator. The fight is with you.
It's true. It's with me and him.
Oh, well then just
said-
order him to go. He's your gladiator. You're a Lannister, are you not? Act like it.
Don't tell me how to run my own ludus, okay, Sindara? Let's confirm. Let's confirm this. Let's meet again tomorrow, and I'll confirm it for you.
Lucas is trying to spend a hero point for you to take the fight.
Yeah, I don't know how much you can. I
don't think that works.
Player
But he did preface it with, I don't even know if that
You know,
works.
you know what?
But that's very passionate of you.
Oh, you pricks. No armor. Armor does not include helmet. Helmet's
Armor
different
does
than
not include
armor.
mage armor.
I know why she wants no armor. She had to pawn Kane's armor to get the new gladiators, otherwise she was going to go under.
Alright, let's do it then. Fine, let's do it.
You and no armor? She smiles.
Me and my other gladiator versus your champion troll.
Does your other gladiator have a name?
Scarab.
You and Scarab versus my champion.
Yeah.
On the 35th week of the season.
Let's do it.
She smiles.
Yeah, when is the
So,
35th
this
week? We're
is-
the 27th week, right?
Yep.
Again, non-lethal
Okay.
fight. Was he eating too much?
You could try to kill him.
Says Nicodemus.
If Magnus is fighting without armor, then he should fight without protections from fire or acid.
He's got a long fingernail. He's just twirling it and he hit whatever concoction it is.
Fair enough. His regeneration's gonna be very difficult to deal with if you've got extra magics to protect against that.
Well, he'll stand on the stones like everyone else.
No potions for his healing, for his fire protection or acid protection.
Fine. No potions for his fire protection or acid protection.
Because we don't know that he's a broken bastard.
No, well, I don't. My guy doesn't have spellcraft and stuff. He's got just minor amounts.
Yeah, I might be inspired a little bit by Pathfinder Kingmaker. It's a thing I've spent something like 200 hours playing.
It might just be in that meta
it just
stew of
might be in there. I'm
information.
like, huh, trolls. Now I know. Well, what happened first was I had the plan that she was going to do trolls, and then I played Pathfinder Kingmaker, and there's this whole troll chapter. I'm like, oh, I now know what I'm doing with the trolls.
Why did the Troll King in the Hobbit movies sing a stupid song?
Because it's fucking Lord of the Rings, man.
But they take liberties in a bunch of places. Why would you not choose to take liberties there? Okay, anyways, continue.
Because he was a bard troll. he was a goblin half troll bard. I'll make that character. I'll make it work.
Has it not occurred to you to ask why no armor?
Why no armor?
I will have our arbiters draft up a contract. Should we have 10,000 in case of accidental death?
Standard.
Why don't we bump it up to 20? She smiles.
No, you don't want... I promise not to kill him. The question: if he goes down and then comes back up after the first time he falls down unconscious, that's at the end of the fight.
Oh no, you need to stop a troll.
Then I have to kill him.
So be it.
Then you take that out of the contract. I kill him.
Well, yes, we'll make it 20,000 per side.
20,000
20,000 per gladiator. That's 40,000 to your ludus and loved ones should you fall in the arena.
Yeah, so you're telling me I will lose
negotiating.
20,000? You're telling me I will lose 20,000 by going into a fight with him because I have to kill him to win?
You said you were rich. Make a bet bigger than that if you think you're going to win. Her eyes are really fiery and she's very serious right now.
Zed
It looks at Zed like
has an
I'm about
expression on his face
I'm about to
of, like,
cancel this.
Of like, it's not really his place to talk too much, so he's just sitting there. But
No, he looks at Magnus looks at you with the expression like I'm about to cancel this bullshit, all of it.
Would you like to make a bet?
Yeah, what's going on with this? What's your
you
opinion?
sure?
Are you pulling Zed off the side, or are you having a
Yeah.
conversation in front of
What's
her?
your opinion?
Okay.
Something's very wrong with her. Something's very wrong with this.
Oh, friend, there is much wrong in the world. Much wrong.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, yes, being quiet is
I'm
the
just
best
kidding. You
way
look like a
possible.
friendly guy. Don't worry about it. No worries, Magnus. How you doing?
the grog is decent.
He backs away from you after you told him to fuck off.
Something's wrong with this. It doesn't sit easy.
You are a very poor negotiator.
Well, obviously, we've seen my last fight before last.
Then why are you trying to negotiate?
That's actually a very good point.
Don't you have members of your ludus who do this sort of thing?
I should get fucking Ashoka to this. I think she likes him more than she does me. Oh, actually, I think she likes him and she hates me. Good, valid point. Good, Zed.
Fuck, good. You wanna pat his head, ruffle his hair?
Good boy, good boy. Hey, Sindara, I'm going to have to defer to...
Is everything all right over here?
Oh, yes, Kane, we were just having a conversation with Magnus. He keeps on leaving the table. I think he's got a small bladder.
That's funny. I'm gonna defer my contract rules to Ashoka. He's much better at these decisions than me.
Right, so we'll draft up the contract and send it over to Ashoka to look at.
No, I'll have Ashoka come and discuss everything with you in detail.
We just discussed everything in detail.
I think I'm gonna have Ashoka do it anyways. So, excellent having a drink with you. Wonderful. It's like a double date, me and you, and then these two guys. Very awkward for you, huh?
Does this guy have a holy symbol?
Cain?
No, not Cain. I don't give two tits about Cain.
Nope.
Nicodemus.
No, he has a lot of, like, little give me a knowledge arcana.
I train dragons. I don't know anything about them.
You train their spirits and their
I
religion.
train their spirits, their moral fortitude, and punch them. No.
Knowledge religion, then?
All right. That I can train. That I know something about. 6.
The symbols on his... The stylized symbols on his robes might be religious in nature, although you don't recognize them.
He looks like some sort of alchemist to me, because he's been playing with little potions.
Yep, he does have a few bottles that is... He hasn't drank the thing that's put in front of him. He's still stirring it.
You're too afraid to fight a troll, Magnus? Ah, some champion.
I believe the issue is not with... The conditions of winning require a payment to your ludus. Where this is supposed to be the payment for a previous match that was supposed to be a favor to your ludus. I believe that is the point of contention.
I'm sorry, I lost you. What's the problem with our agreement?
I believe the discussion began with the statement about... He's trying really hard to pick his words. You have too many trolls to feed, and they eat a lot, and you wish to cull their numbers. That makes our fighting the trolls a favor to you. The payment for that fight is a fight against your champion. That fight will require us to pay you for victory. We have to... Therefore, we are paying you for the opportunity to pay you.
I thought you were worried about dying and getting your money's worth. We could waive the death payments.
Come on, Zed. This conversation's not going anywhere.
Oh, we're very close, actually, Magnus. We're talking about details, not... Well, perhaps you
exactly why... So give me a question for you here. Why exactly do you not want us to wear armor? Is your gladiator really bad at hitting things? Is he blind or something? What's wrong with your troll? Why no armor? Explain that one to me.
You've cheated so much in the last year that...
We sit on the black stones. There's nothing cheating about that.
You still
then the troll has what? No weapons then?
You still find ways.
Please. The stones are there. Once the match starts,
perhaps
anything
it's
can
best
happen.
that I send over the contract to Ashoka. You seem to be getting very emotional about this.
No, I'm not getting emotional. I'm very camera controlled.
Cain, let Magnus scurry off, and we'll talk to the Snake Man.
Let Magnus. He's like, oh yeah, I don't have my great swords.
he's reaching
for a weapon. He's like,
Cain takes a step back for you to leave the booth.
Oh, and do stop by my shop if you would like, Magnus. I've recently moved into the city.
Where is it located? He's like completely switched. Like, oh yeah, where is it?
I'm not hot-tempered at all. Oh, cookies.
Let's see.
Oh, it is a humble abode in the Bay Docks.
What services do you provide precisely?
Nicodemus is
Well, medical, and I assume alchemy.
called the One Tusk Apothecary.
How come we've never been to the Pisser's Tannery?
I don't like getting tanned by piss. I don't know.
The one tusk apothecary. It is right near the runoff from the Vaddapol jail. It is all that a half-orc visitor could afford.
You think?
Well, I'm sure you'll do fine in this wonderful city here.
Oh yes, Vaddapol is full of opportunities.
24 in the sense motive. I don't think that's the reason why he picked that spot.
Yeah, he's lying.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's going to talk to people inside prison thing, something, I don't know. Collecting bodies or something. Yeah.
Marty, you already have an image for Voxy Prime. Prim
Roxy
or
Prim?
whatever.
Yep.
Oh, so Vox. This one is Roxy Sobernaut? Is that a different one?
Who?
It's she's back at the House of the Green Gobleen. It's a goblin. I think it's a I don't know what the hell that is.
Yep.
Roxy
next-
Sobernaut, the little...
I don't know what that is.
Okay. Well, there's goblins.
There's
Yeah.
goblins. There's a goblin.
Sorry, I thought it was a... never mind. Never mind. Sidetracked.
So Zed will stand up from the booth.
Yeah, we'll get out of here.
He'll do a quick half bow.
Okay.
Oh, Magnus isn't about for shit. Just fucks off.
Is there a particular week you want those fights drafted in, Magnus?
Let me check what week we're in.
That's for 7 weeks later.
35 right at the end.
Yep.
Do you plan to fight at the end of season games? Because
No, 34. 34.
Okay, we'll have those troll... She seems... Really? You're going to make me feed the trolls until week 34?
Oh, you want to have that one earlier? Yeah, sure. But the details of our big fight is have to be figured out.
Yes, my troll champion won't be arriving back in Vaddapol until the 35th.
Sense motive? She said he's fighting around other places. Wait, do I even have fucking sense motive?
I hope not. I mean, Ashoka's around, so maybe you just gave up on the whole thing.
I did not.
Okay, then. Good talking to you, Magnus.
I think Zed's gonna just say, Magnus, you should never do that again.
I really hate this bitch.
Pretty much what the recommendation
fucking hate her.
is that you hit things
Sorry,
with the stick.
I have to play my int and wisdom the way they are.
Kisses, she says as she waves.
And charisma. yeah, whatever. But Cicely grabs it. All right, Zed, let's get out of here. He takes us 3 swords.
Tokens.
These are the ones right there. I was here 10 minutes ago.
Just give me your-
Right here.
Just give me your token, you lug.
Tick, tick, tick.
She kind of pushes the swords across the table towards you.
Clink, clink, clink.
Pick up the axe.
Okay. She kind of leans on the counter and taps at a little jar for tips.
I'll throw it a gold.
She smiles.
That is some really shitty reinforcement of behaviors, sir. Oh, if any time there was a need not to tip, this would have been one.
She smiled for the first time in your interaction.
Magnus is used to it. Shit.
All right, Magnus leaves. Ashoka and Phineas return from their chat with the commissioner that happened right at the last game, In fact, you guys were back before Magnus and Zed returned. Guards let you into your ludus.
Magnus, are you looking for feedback on that encounter?
Yeah, I know it was bad. I know it was very shitty, actually.
Agreed.
Make sure Ashoka looks over those contracts. I'm not going into that ring without my
I would
armor.
prefer if you did not negotiate fights for Zargon or myself in the future.
Well, you were here. Hey, Kryxes, we might have a fight coming up. Maybe, I don't know yet. But that's with the goblins. We're gonna go find you another one. Ashoka, why don't you do that for him?
What kind of fight are you talking about, Magnus?
Alright, so we set up the fight with the Grim Gobleen. Still to be confirmed after you look over the contract. Sona
Negotiated with the Grim Gobleen?
I told you I was gonna go see her.
But you negotiated a fight with her.
After you confirm the contract. If it doesn't look good, you can cancel it.
What are the stipulations of the fight?
So there's two. One is for Zed, Fleece, and Sona versus a bunch.
I lost myself for a second. Oh God!
What?
Oh, look at his face! Oh, look at his lack of face!
For his follower.
Imagine Deadpool from the Wolverine Origins movie, but looking actually cool.
Are you talking about sixes? Yeah, last night while watching a movie, I did sixes build. It's a pretty complex build. Have fun with that.
I guess so, yeah.
Let's go see how many classes are involved in this. Oh, goody. I don't know what those are. Okay.
Okay, we'll get to that in a minute.
Yep.
So, the first fight is between, Zed, Sona, Fleece, and a bunch of trolls. And then the second fight is supposed to be between
How many trolls are Zed, Sona, and Fleas fighting?
She asked for a number that we're comfortable with, and we can put it down. Basically, it's a favor. She wants us to do this first, so we can.
I believe it
get
was
rid of
also
many of them.
Zargon and myself in that fight.
You're in there, but Zargon's not in there. His name wasn't in there.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
Well, fuck it. If it is great, if it's not, well, whatever.
What kind of trolls? This is Phineas. Well, obviously.
She mentioned weaker trolls.
Well,
I don't know what kind that is.
Now, isn't it? There's what breed of troll? There's several kinds. Some of them are weak for their species, perhaps, but they're devastating.
Well, the other one's probably I need you to take a look at this because the other one is between. She's got a legendary troll, the new master of the ludus. There, he's not master, but he's the champion. That's the one. He's a champion. He wants me and Kryxes to fight her. Then she wants us to have no armor, which I kind of have a problem with. I don't want to go anywhere with this fucking armor anymore. It didn't go so well last time.
How does Kryxes react to the fighting with no armor?
His eyebrows just go up. What?
I didn't agree to it. If we're gonna fight, we're gonna fight with our armor.
Why does she want to fight with no armor?
She didn't answer.
I don't fight with
Magnus has spent a large amount of money having the best of armors.
I've spent years learning to optimize how to defend myself in armor. Be like asking Zed to fight in armor.
I would not fight in armor.
Exactly.
Although, if I turn into an animal, the armor doesn't function, and then I think I get around it that way. But
I think actually, yeah, you could.
Yeah, but I think there's a way to bullshit that, but he still doesn't want to. First, he doesn't want to test that.
Test it in the privacy of your own room. Whoops.
He turns into animals so he can have private time with himself. I turned into a doggy so I can look at my own balls. Oh, weird. That escalated quickly. Sorry.
All right.
Demonetized.
Sorry, we're not making me any money.
So Ashoka, look over the contract, and no way am I fighting without my armor. And in order to win, we have to kill the troll. To kill the trolls, that she wanted 20,000. So to win the fight that she's paying us for, we have to kill him and pay 20,000. It sounds a whole lot of bullshit to me.
Yes, agreed. You have not given her anything aside from your word, correct?
I told her only after Ashoka looks over the contract.
I wonder if she's going to try to kill me. Magnus,
Yeah.
good work.
Yeah! I smelled bullshit and I knew it like, hey, that's bullshit. Where's Ashoka? You have a better nose for it than I do.
We need to set up a different fight.
Hey, by the way, can you get Kryxes to fight? I want him to fight like, hey, what do you want to fight? Do you want to fight a whole bunch of knights? They suck.
I'll fight knights if you want me to fight knights. I got no problem with that.
Hey, Phineas! How's his sword that doesn't kill coming? Get on it before you answer.
I shall,
Thank you. Your presence and help and service much appreciated.
What are robes? I've got apparently some robes that are being created.
Because that's it's robes amongst robes for Zed as his fee to be fighting for the Ludus for this
Okay,
season.
because you've got this next week. You've got 1 day. You'll finish almost the ring in the next week, and then start on robes in week 31, and you'll be working on robes until week 35 with 4 days free.
awesome.
Too many mercenaries when you're just pimping out Phineas.
How much would it cost to get his sword? How
Made by
much would it
someone.
cost? What's your sword at right now? Plus,
I've got
I
a,
think he wants an alternate sword. If I was him, I would go, I want a new sword.
yes, I want
let's get a new sword then. Let's get a new. How much would
I
it?
know Dachi's are probably around 100 gold pieces, 300 gold pieces for
8,500.
masterwork, and then 8,000 for a +1 merciful blade. So 80.
So 10,000 for a merciful blade.
8,400 gold pieces.
8,400. We'd probably have to get it crafted or the Nadachi parts like shipped in
Okay,
or something.
let's go get that done. We don't have to get Phineas to do it.
So
we'll do that
we get some-
ourselves.
Our market guys doing that.
Get our market guys to do
Yeah,
that.
that'll take probably. Let me look at your market resources.
They don't actually do much to often.
For
No, these guys are like getting potions and shit. That's
they
Probably
can
one-
do that in 3 weeks without rolling.
Perfect.
okay. Sure. We'll do that. 8,400. It is done.
In the meantime, just give me all of the condemned. All of them. Empty the prison.
8,400. I'm putting that on the legend.
Okay, I'm adding a line for scarab, and I'll put sword.
Ashoka, Phineas, might I have a word?
Certainly.
Yes, always have time for a word, Zed. Should Magnus be here, he can attend. What do you have in mind? Zorgon's mental state is fractured. His faith in leadership has taken a blow.
I don't get a chance to ever work with him. I need to fight with Zagon.
I
We need to set up a fight with him.
I believe it is time for him to be given an opportunity to sate bloodlust.
I will fight a whole bunch of trolls then.
The offer for the trolls is an acceptable outlet for this. So you're requesting that we accept the fight from the Grim Gobleen, despite the fact that we have not been accepting fights from them because they're not playing nicely.
To completely wash the hands of the issues the goblins were doing.
Did you go and complain?
Told her that shit has to stop.
So you didn't complain, you just
I
complained.
told her that shit has to stop. She's like, oh, you should. She said, oh, you should show up to my ludus. I was like, you don't want me to do that. Stop your bullshit. So now, what would you like to do? And we talked about the new contract. It perfectly made sense at the time.
Magnus
Showcase.
is awesome.
Hammer, what's the problem? Dish.
Yeah, I'm not good
toothache.
at that either, so
Did you get into a fight, Master Magnus?
No.
Then he was polite enough.
Exactly. Thank
Very
you.
polite.
Thank you. I
Polite
didn't
enough
kill
to
anybody.
polite enough to let her know that she was getting to us, and she shouldn't be getting to us, should she?
Getting what? What is she getting? I didn't give her anything.
You gave her the satisfaction of knowing it's working.
I haven't satisfied her yet. Man, you get it now. What's wrong with you? Guys suck.
We will take your assessment under the most pertinent of advisement, although it does go against some of our better judgments to do business with Sindara at this point in time. We'll see what we can do.
Remember, get a fight for Kryxes.
Yes, we will
He's
see
over
the
here.
conditions of the Kryxes fight.
Another one. Get him another one. Come on.
yeah, I'll fight trolls. You want me to fight trolls? I'll fight trolls. Or something else, whatever you got.
Yes. Kryxes, please have a seat. Zed, you can go.
Is Adam dismissing his own characters?
Zed leave.
Yeah.
Your blade will be a few weeks to acquire,
Okay.
and you are antsy for a fight.
Like one, yeah. I have no name here. I need to make a name.
Any particular story you'd like to tell through violence?
Oh. Yes, I like fights where I'm outnumbered.
Do you
Excellent.
do you like to be known as a hero or as a villain?
With this face, I can't be anything but a villain.
No. Listen, Kryxes, you're beautiful.
No,
You're a beautiful warrior. You're beautiful. Come on.
he is horrendous inside and out.
Those humans love to boo me. Well, let them.
Have you heard?
Eventually,
that
they're
lady?
gonna
She
choke
will
on
love
all
you.
the blood I give them.
I think that we can have something arranged. Knights seem somewhat appropriate.
He doesn't have a merciful blade yet. You make it lethal?
A lethal fight.
I'm fine with
Lethal, non-lethal, I think that will just come out in the wash.
Sure. I'll tell you this much: if it makes him feel better, I won't go and kill anyone that's already downed.
Typically, that's considered sporting, although if you are planning to play the villain, accidents do happen.
So they keep telling me.
We'll come up with something interesting. Any particular weaknesses that we should know about? Mobility, jumping, climbing, propensity to fall on your face.
Watch out for poison, not the fucking up the one fight.
Fair enough. Weak constitution. Prone to upset stomach.
I'm not really good with words. I tend to get in there, get the job done. I'm not really flashy about it.
Okay, so no debate club for you.
What I love about Sid's token, it's perfect for a spot because he's always looking like,
Yeah,
like he's watching you.
I did not know that.
What else do you have? Really?
There, we have some connection between who the fuck you're playing and what's going on the game board. Okay.
And long range, not really. I mean, I can use a bow, I'm just not really great with it.
Are you all right climbing and balancing?
I can fly, so.
Oh, they're not for show then.
Oh no, I take my mutagen and they work.
Ah.
And with a little oomph, I don't even need the mutagen.
I think that we need to get you an appropriate debut to make your name.
Well, I would very much appreciate that, Mr. Ashoka.
All right. Always a pleasure, Kryxes.
Sure. If you need me, I'll be out in the courtyard trying to see if, I don't know, spar, whatever Magnus wants to do.
Why don't we get a fight for, hey, Ashoka, while you're at it, why don't we also get a fight for Banak Baden? He's been here for a while. We should get him doing stuff.
Not yet.
Oh, you should save him for a surprise.
Ashoka taps his nose.
Me and one of my glidies, which one? I haven't decided yet. Let's pick one randomly.
The crowd will go nuts
Banak,
when they see him walking out, especially
hello,
if they didn't
troll.
know he was
Dish,
coming.
dish.
Yes. I think it is time to engage the carpenters.
Gauge all you want. I'm gonna go sleep. I'm still fucked up.
Ah,
I'm still injured.
I have such a good idea. Let's do this. I'm thinking a tower match or a King of the Hill for Kryxes to with with Kryxes, right?
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Wait,
Something
what?
with a lot of verticality.
Wait, what's going on?
Oh, Ashoka wants to debut their new villain, and I think he wants to be a villain of the where Magnus is a hero. This guy is a villain.
Of the Conclave of Crimson Scale?
Yeah, villain of the Conclave. Also, the fact that he's a mercenary is nice because then if you have to kill the villain, then yay!
Contract was up.
We gave him that merciful blade. Now duel Magnus. Alright, I really have to pee.
All right, so it sounds like this is the end of the week. We need to roll a percentile for random event.
Do you want it, Ahmed?
There's a 60%
No,
chance
go
by
ahead,
my
go ahead.
bookkeeping that there is a random event.
There is
60.
a random event.
Alrighty, let's open up the random event charts. See what happens. What happened? You can do it. Gladiator stable events. I have a cobbled together spreadsheet of random things. As a DM, never show the random tables to the players, because they don't know if you're actually following the chart or if you're making up something that's cooler or better or ignoring the really horrible thing that happens that you don't want to happen yet. Never share the random chart.
You shared the random chart in one game like 20 years ago, because it was like D10,000.
This was the Wild Magic. I think I still have that book somewhere, which is basically, I created this D10,000 chart for random wild surges. Yeah, and that one, sometimes you do have to share the chart. Sometimes it's good to share the chart if it's for things like, yeah, we're going to roll up some random magic items, or somebody critical hitted and it's not against them, it is their critical hit. But as just as a sort of like a, if you don't, you need to be able to maintain control over your game. So this is one chart where I'm not going to share, because I made the chart like empire-wide events could happen, and at some points during the story, I don't want those to happen. Although what I might have happen is this may make me think about it. I'll make something random and smaller happen in its stead, and then use that event as like a plot event that I'll plan out later.
When we played Kingmaker, one of my feedbacks was that chart with the random events, because it wasn't being curated, was hyper disruptive. Like it was like it completely disrupted the flow of any sort of story or cohesive plot. Like it.
Yep.
You're working around random encounters as opposed to trying to make a story happen.
Yeah. So, yeah, just a little peek into Marty's process and thinking. So, a random event does happen, though. Something random will happen.
Yeah.
And give me a percentile for how good or bad it is. Higher is better.
Come on, Mark. It's not good.
It's an unfavorable event. Give me a D100.
Magnus got the itch.
Lower 36 is to a stable, so it's a stable level event that is unfavorable. The area of concern, there's a D2. Give me a D2. This basically is forks. I choose between two tables. It is a random event table, and then I need another D100.
Is this any stable or just our stable?
Oh, it's your stable.
Oh, good.
I just can't roll well today.
I don't know if they're all low as bad.
They're all bad rolls.
Everybody's caught the HIV. That new doctor just wasn't acupuncturist.
Give me a D19. Okay, some of your promotions guys got hired out by different ludi, and you lost all of your personnel in promotions.
Damn it.
Well, this tails nicely into, like, Ashoka having machinations on, like, having a big event with lots of stuff and trying to promote was quite literally the thought a moment ago.
Nice. So basically, your personnel and promotions category dropped by 2. So they got hired, or they just left, or retired, or you just got shivved. No, there wasn't anything incredibly violent. It was they just aren't working for you anymore.
Oh, there will be something incredibly violent. You get your ass out in that street.
You put up these flyers.
Now let's take a look at 6. So 6 is the second cohort of the campaign, the first cohort of the conclave, and why don't we take a look at 6's build, because I'm particularly happy with it. Now, of course, nobody knows this. Ashoka may know that he's been coaxing powers out of the young second.
Doppelganger?
Yeah, the young doppelganger. Got stuck in the buffer there. So here is Six. Six is a doppelganger. He's monstrous humanoid. He's only 5 years old, but he's full adult. He is a doppelganger 2, which basically the monster rules, he should be 3 levels of monster, but they sometimes fold in on themselves as you go up in levels. And a Magus Eldritch Scion 5. He hasn't got Gestalt yet. You may want to use some of your training facilities to up him in Gestalt. I have suggested levels of what you should Gestalt him at. So Magus Eldritch Scion. Let's have a look at his stats. He's got an 18 strength and 18 charisma. He's got good hit points for 7th level. He took some feats. That's why Dirty Trick is kind of separated from his CMBs. This is all the racial traits of a doppelganger, which is straight out of the player's handbook, with the caveat that I'm saying he can appear as specific individuals. He must have consumed the organic material to take on the perfect copy of particular individuals, and he can have in his repertoire of individuals half his character level round down, min 1, of individuals. What's that? And he can forget them like, so if he wants to get rid of one. Otherwise, it works like Alter Self, which is a typical version of that particular race. He
decent buff.
He detects thoughts at will, as per a doppelganger. He has a bunch of skills. In particular, he's really good at fooling people. Plus 38 to his disguise when he's using his shape change. What else is notable? Doppelgangers have proficiency in all weapons. All of them. Including exotic and firearms. He could just pick them up and he just knows how to make it work. He's proficient in all armors, all shields, although Magus right now, he only gets no arcane spell failure with light. I gave him... Okay, now we get into Eldritch Scion, which means he picks a Blood Rager bloodline, which is aberrant. And when he uses one of his Eldritch Pool points, for the next 2 rounds, he's considered like he's not raging, but it's considered like he's entered a Blood Rage for purpose of using the powers. So as a swift action, you activate all of the powers of your level. One of the powers for aberrant is you increase the reach of your limbs by 5 feet and have staggering strikes. And these things get better. As an Eldritch Scion, he casts using his charisma. His spells go up like bard spells.
And it's spontaneous casting too, isn't it?
It's spontaneous casting, yeah. Mystic Focus, so he can use his Eldritch Pool to enter his blood Rager power mode for 2 rounds. He also gets, however, the regular arcane pool bonuses of adding bonuses to his weapons. So he could use that for either or both, in successive rounds.
Does the Eldritch Pool stuff work on natural attacks?
It does.
It can be used on natural attacks. Never mind, it's right there.
Yeah, I added that line in. I had to look around at some FAQs for that. In fact, a third party actually put out a power that says natural attack spell combat, but I'm like, nah, just use it. Spell Strike is normal as per a Magus, which is pretty cool. I gave him close range so he can stick range attack spells as touch spells.
Sorry, what was that?
He can deliver range spells that feature range of touch attack as melee touch spells.
Oh, so it could be like a slap in the face with Disintegrate.
Yep. If they have multiple rays, only 1 ray, but that does allow him to do Spell Strike is basically what he can do with that. Shape Changer Style is a style feat that gives you a bunch of different options. Shape Changer Twist allows you to move action, use Escape Artist to escape grapples. And it's leading to a feat that he doesn't quite have the prerequisites for yet, called Shapeshifter Savage Combat. That's the capstone of that style. He's got Power Attack just for damage, Combat Expertise, Improved Dirty Trick, and Greater Dirty Trick. His spells True Strike, Shocking Grasp, Shield, Long Arm, Acid Arrow, Invisibility, and Mirror Image.
True Strike Dirty Trick is like the greatest of bullshittery. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad you wrote that down because I never would have. I would have been like, I can't do that. That's just you're blind and there's nothing you can do about it. Ha!
So you can retrain this asshole if you want, or you could start training him into Rogue and that
Rogue to make him blind and then bleed a lot on the floor.
Well, he could also spell combat, turn himself invisible, stab.
Mm-hmm.
Which means he might even take Vanish before that, because then he wouldn't have to spend a second level spell slot, which are the best spells in the game.
Yep.
But I figured Long Arm is pretty good for now. So that is 6.
Long Arm stacking with the aberrant form.
Yep.
It starts to be like, I'm in the other room.
Your arm snakes out, yeah. So there's 6 who has been coaxed and fed magic blood and all sorts of. I forget the name of the one personality that you fed him.
I've got that written down.
But go ahead and play with that. I don't know if Ashoka's unleashing 6 at this point.
A Drac he's eaten Drac.
Okay, so we'll keep track of that underneath where it says his personality is under race. I guess perfect copy. Drac is a male human.
Sorry, Drac is a male human, yes.
Bounty hunter.
I misread Lucas's comment. I thought you basically said he's Magic Jesus. As also a Magus Jesus.
Although Magic Jesus does kind of fit.
Yep. To me, I'm like, yeah, well, yeah, pretty much. He has risen.
All right, so he's still in a cage, but he is now, his build is there, and he's now, I guess, a piece on Ashoka's chessboard.
How's Ludus doing, Ahmed, in terms of money?
How's what?
The Ludus doing in terms of money?
We have 100.
Okay.
Give me a sec. 106, but.
Okay. I'm planning on potentially spending 11k of that on to bring
Six up to
Kryxes
speed.
a name.
Bring Kryxes a name. Sorry, what? Excuse me. Wait, say what?
So
11% of our cash on what exactly?
All right, so we need to schedule. We need to plan the next week. It feels like this one is done.
Speak while you're eating.
I'm thinking we're going to offer a prize pool for people to fight Kryxes in the ring.
Oh, that's cool.
And then if Kryxes wins, we don't pay it. But
yeah,
if
I would
Kryxes
just
loses,
bet on
then
it.
we don't worry about it.
Okay, all right, sure.
Okay, you
Don't
might
lose
also
that.
want to register Kryxes with your Ludus. I don't know if you're registering him as a gladiator or if you're registering him as a Tempe.
Slave.
A Tempe and then calling him up. I don't know if you need to expand your slot to 5 gladiators if you're going to have Scarab, or put one of your gladiators on sick leave. But I don't know if that's.
We'll make him a sub, and we'll discuss what we're going to do next season.
When is Brog's fight against the Condemned?
It's coming up in. Let's see. Brog's fight is happening, and I think it's like 2 weeks. In a sec. Schedule. Brog's fight is happening on
Week 33.
33. Yeah.
Okay. Planning. Ashoka, what are you doing in week 30?
Well, apparently we've got a problem. Magnus, do you have all your fights?
Magnus has 4 fights.
Yeah.
And he'll fight again if you want. He's good. But I'm resting next week.
Okay. So you're resting. So
Next week I'm resting.
Ashoka wants to talk to the Carpenters Guild.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I would like to do that as my role-playing encounter for my. I will continue my diplomancing of the broken shield.
Excellent.
Sorry. Yeah. My action's diplomats. Later, I want to go talk to the Carpenters. The other way around is kind of goofy.
Radio. Okay, well, Magnus, you want to talk with Maeve? And you're getting medical treatment because at your body you've been fighting too much?
I've been fighting way too long.
Awesome. Okay, Carpenters, and then you said Broken Shield.
Mm-hmm.
Phineas. Phineas,
Yes.
it looks like he's crafting more of the dungeon ring, is that correct?
Yes.
All right.
He just because he's spending so much time crafting, and he has made a not so much a commitment, but an offer to help Unwin. There's a standing offer for Unwin to come study in his lab while he's working, and if he's got any questions, that sort of thing.
Okay. You also know that there is a gathering of wizards happening to discuss the situation with the headmaster.
All right. Well, I guess I have to attend that.
Sid is MIA.
Yep.
It's fine.
What you up to, Zed?
Okay, well, you can do all that, Ahmed. You don't need to send me notes about this. You could do that through role-playing. You want to visit Maeve. Got it. Yeah, I don't see anything in there. Thanks for letting me know, though. Zed.
It's dead, maybe. Sorry. I'm always going to say that.
So, Zed won his last fight, but he did get knocked out.
Oh, yeah, his body's at -1.
So he's gonna rest.
And so did Sona. Okay, you guys have 4 Medicus. How many are spent on Magnus versus Zed and Sona?
Well,
3 on Zed.
Oh, no, sorry, you have 9 religious medicine. Okay.
There we go.
there we go. 333.
Okay. So you're getting
I don't know
medical.
why you guys are all hurt. All you have to do is, win and not fall down. How do you get hit?
Is Bra getting dropped to Tempe next season for Scarab? Might be a consideration. That's pretty
Yeah.
big.
Yeah. Well, it's where if we can push his fight sooner in the season. Although I think we're going to have like the Scarabing as like one of our end of season things. Although you then have to fight 2 weeks in a row, which will suck.
The blue line that's dividing the 2 conclaves? Okay. I will hide the blue line for you. The thin blue line. Fleas. Fleas is feeling good.
Fleas needs training.
Fleas needs level training.
Yeah, train me.
Yeah.
Train him.
I would, but I need to rest. Sorry, so
Scarab can train him.
train him.
Okay. The facilities, you guys have 4 points arcane training and 6 points like martial training.
Okay, so he can.
And
Take
Scarab is worth. We haven't filled him in. What is your level again, Mark?
We said 9, I
8.
think.
8th with Gestalt, so you have 9 dice.
Yeah.
That you can help out with. Okay. So 9 plus 4, 13, another 6 is 19. How many? You got 19 dice to train. Fleas needs to level, and Zargon needs to level.
So and they both can take both pools of training.
Yep.
Like they both can do arcane and fighting. So it's 19, 10 on Zargon, 9 on Fleas.
T10 and T9.
Smash my mouse on the desk.
Okay, what's Brog doing?
Oh, chewing something.
Brog won his fight. I'm assuming he's not really hurt.
Nope.
So,
He's actually pretty fat happy.
okay, we'll let him digest.
Scarab is actually providing training, so that's nice of him.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Helping out.
Yeah, boy.
Wizardling.
Ah, Wizardling. This idle thing. You're... Speaking of mouths to feed,
Wizard Lang is providing. He's a friggin' manservant at this point. You'll get your book when I damn well say you get.
does Boyo have the book? I know Boyo is not his name, but
Phineas has his book.
well, Phineas has the book. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking Damien. Okay. Yeah, I need to do something with the Wizardling. We can't just let it be like
No, it's useless. Might as well kill him or something, because it's...
Well, that's kind of...
He's actually condemned, so.
We need to kill him. We just need to make money by his death.
Okay.
So
Well, the-
vicious.
Old Vigo still needs training, but we don't have enough training resources.
Yep, Nova still needs training, don't have enough training resources. Bannock Baden has been idle for a while. He's had his assessment. He
Yep.
doesn't need to fight. 6 got medical last turn. I think he's fine, although I don't know how Ashoka's broaching, like, using training
How much was it
resources
cost to train?
outside.
Mm-hmm. Let's say the people who trained me how to be an assassin.
Yeah, you could go introduce Drac to, or whatever the name of the guy is. So give me a second. Meta game training. Level 7 would be 700 gold pieces in 10 days.
Okay. Ashoka will pay for that. And if he'll pay for it out of his own funds.
Okay. Quailsy idle. Not doing anything with her. The tree
Yeah,
idle.
Tree idle. Yeah.
Hey, Nemi.
Hey,
And old Vigo and Nova receive break from their training.
Yeah. All right.
And there's a sword being purchased.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Anything else?
Oh, I guess it's looking forward to the role-playing encounters.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, good. So let's do the rolls. Magnus receiving medical. You need one. You need one success. You've got 3 rolls.
I'm at 3d6.
Sure. Sorry, I'm looking stuff up. 36.
Yeah, boy.
3 successes, baby.
-1 morale.
Yo, Nemi, how you doing?
And Magnus has had a bad go of it lately, I think.
I've been winning now. I've 1 loss. Close, very close call, but 1 loss.
All right. Phineas is crafting. You don't have to make a craft check yet. You're not done the dungeon ring, although I'm guessing you're probably doing
He
it.
can do 4 slave rings a day.
Got it.
Well, he could probably quick craft 8.
Yeah, I think you're working on the master ring, though.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
gonna.
Zed, Medicus 3, and then Sona, Medicus 3.
Okay. Zed is good. Sona is good. They're all awesome rolls. Holy crap.
Thank you, Modron, piece of shit.
Okay, so 0 and 0. You guys are fine.
Those are wicked rules.
I was like, fine, I'll stop screwing you.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. When you've got a month to get healthy.
Fleas is training for his level. He's got 6 successes required and only 9 training points put against him.
Come on, boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fuck you. All right, 5 successes.
5 successes for...
Magnus yells at the window, step with your left foot, you stupid bastard. There you go.
So it just falls down.
Which caused one of the D6s to go from a 4 to a 3. Zargon needs 10 training dice. Or, sorry, 6 successes out of...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6.
Yes.
Okay, Zargon is leveled. His sheet has already been updated because I was a busy boy last night.
How long does he need to sleep?
He's going to sleep for probably... He's probably going to be idle the next week as well.
Okay. Because Zed's going to come back with the, I think the dragon's sleeping. Maybe we should push that fight up.
Yeah, you ended up kind of like while he was being trained, it's almost like you had to really coax him like a tired teenager out of bed, sort of thing, and he would go immediately back to his bed. At the end of this week, Zed would be informed that there's something wrong with the dragon, and you notice that he's molting. Like he's gone into like, yeah.
We're gonna get into like, would you stop in public with the thing and that we know urges, but just stop, Zargon. Just stop.
So Zargon is molting.
Wow.
So he's like getting dragon sleep in.
He's
probably
a big boy.
These 2 weeks. No, it's a CR5. It's 5 days. Yeah, you could probably do it in 1.
Wow.
All right, and then I don't think there are any other roles. Looks like everyone is helping or being trained or training.
Diplomacy.
The diplomacy role, yeah. So, are you asking for something from the ludus, or are you just trying to maintain good relations or foster good relations?
Last time I went to foster good relations, I think I'll do another fostering of good relations because they were pretty bad before. Then the following week, I might ask for something.
Okay. Are you nice to these people because you actually have good feelings towards them, or are you just trying to be nice to them so that you can take advantage?
Ashoka
legitimately appreciates their approach to the game. He has legitimate respect for them. There's a reason why and the whole like, why haven't you dealt with this before? It's because you're the scariest ludus here. Like, they are the most intimidating ludus by reputation. They're Ashoka's like an enchanter. Right? They enchant, like, they use the powers of mind magic to do what they need to do and solve morale problems and everything. Like, so he does have he's got a lot of respect for what they do. He is trying to eventually, like, create a mutually beneficial agreement that will hopefully be at least as, if not more, beneficial for us. I mean,
right.
You know, he's trying to enter into a business arrangement. That's what's trying to happen.
Okay.
And, yeah, they are scary.
All right, give me your roll. We'll say right now, I'm just checking how they think about your ludus.
I think they should be thinking they're better than before.
Broken Shield thinks about the conclave like that. Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
Okay.
A whole bunch of more if I have advantage. 3s for days.
Okay, you believe that it is working, Ashoka, because you've received an invitation to dinner. The invitation is for the 3 original members of the founding of the conclave, which is Magnus, Ashoka, and Phineas.
Yeah, Magnus going to dinner. Yeah.